What is going on, guys? China Rider NC here, and today I wanted to come out with another video. It has been way too long again since I've made a video, and a lot of that has actually came from the fact that my goodness, y'all, I'm having trouble with my words. The fact that my microphone has not been working. My microphone for my GoPro has not been working. Y'all saw in my last video, we got sick. It turned out it was not COVID, which is awesome, but now it makes you worried you might still get COVID. But it ended up, I guess it was the flu. My wife and I both tested negative, and as in the previous video before, you notice I said wife. I did get married at the end of October, which is really exciting. So yep, she's amazing, and I couldn't be happier. But finally back here again to make another video, and I could not be more thrilled to do it. And the Magician, I've got some news for y'all about the Magician. I was having some trouble, and I figured it was my voltage regulator at the beginning, which was a dumb jump to conclusion. First of all, you would want to check, make sure the grounds are tight, and stator was intact, test stator wires and whatnot, which all of my friends said, and I really appreciate y'all recommended that. I don't know why, I just had a gut feeling it was voltage regulator, but I ordered one because I thought that was it. I didn't really feel like messing with it because y'all know I had been sick. And what ended up happening is whenever I ordered my new one and it came in, turns out the Magician takes a 4-wire one instead of a 5-wire. I was like, oh man. I figured it would be the same as the one on the Hawk, but I guess not. If y'all have a Hawk, let me know if y'all are using a 4-pin or a 5-pin in your Hawk or TBR7. Hawk would be the one I'd imagine was similar to this one, but it's running great now. What I ended up doing was I pulled the plastics off and I took a look at the harness that held all of the wires for the stator, and the yellow main wire was unplugged. Well, not really unplugged, but not tight in there at all. I was actually able to push it back in and hear a click. And I started it back up, and it was working fantastic. So that's something y'all need to consider if any of these bikes start doing something like that. My bike wasn't charging. Bike wasn't charging the battery. Basically, turn signals were making my instrument cluster dim. And my horn was barely working, my lights were dim, and it just wasn't good. My starter wouldn't work. I'd have to kick start it every time. And I'm just glad that's a thing of the past now. This ride's actually the first ride since I did that fix, and it's doing great. It's doing fantastic. But just taking a cool cruise outside of Random in here. Y'all can see up there, I'm getting close to, I think, 280 kilometers on this bike now. I haven't been riding it as much as I want to. Today was just too beautiful, 66 degrees, and I was able to throw on a coat and get out and ride. And that's what I've been wanting to do for the longest time. My friends have been asking me to ride, but you see, then again, I had been sick, so it wasn't something I was ready for. Y'all know how the sinus stuff can start whenever you ride right after you're sick. But it's been fantastic, and I took it out and rode it, and the bike, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I did get it up to 70 today. Check it out. I always forget to turn off my turn signals. That 6th gear would be so awesome in this bike. It seems like you realize right there how little time you have when somebody pulls out a little closer to you. But this was a phenomenal ride. It's cruising cool. Not giving me any crap. The only thing that's really bothering me right now is I did put on those replacement mirrors, which were supposed to be anti-vibration and anti-moving and stuff. And I had people recommend these to me, and I picked them up. And whenever I got them, I tightened them down. I've tightened down the Allen key spots. I've tightened them down with a 14-millimeter wrench, and nothing has really seemed to do the job to keep those from shaking. So at first, they seemed like they would be okay, but now they just seem kind of trash. I wouldn't recommend these, to be honest with you. but yeah, I believe in this video I got up to 70. That's the max I went. We got a car up here. I actually slowed down to ask the guy if he was okay. And I guess I freaked him out, maybe because I had the camera on my helmet. I was just worried. Right here, it looked like he got out of his car, took a picture, and got back in. But, I asked him if he was okay, and it seemed like he was real freaked out about me asking if he was okay. But he said he was good, so went ahead and left. It was looked like was that a BMW? Man, I'm looking back at the video now. I couldn't even remember. But it makes sense he's pulled over on the side of the road, maybe for a breakdown with the Beamer, those years. But he ended up, I guess, being nice. I left and started to head back towards the house, and Yeah, and it just ran butter smooth. And the only thing I've done to this Magician to get it up to that 70 was whenever Dustin Seegers came over and helped me get this thing assembled. This one was a little different than the TBR7 in terms of assembly, but it wasn't tough. It all we did really was just adjust. I mean, in terms of performance, not in terms of maintenance, but we adjusted the valves, which need to be done anyways, and we did the. We rejetted. I switched out the carb for a Mikuni clone, but and that has worked fantastic. But yeah, that's really all we've done. No sprocket change yet. It still running the 15-tooth front sprocket and the 45-tooth rear sprocket, and yeah, it's been killing it since. But I haven't noticed anything else in terms of any kind of bolts wiggling out or anything. I always go around whenever I can and tighten those up. But thanks again, guys. If y'all have any questions, y'all know where to find me. Hopefully next week I'll have my microphone working again. You can see me here flicking the handlebars. It's so nimble. But I'll talk to y'all soon, and y'all have a great day.